What's up, ladies and gents? This is Casey Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, we're doing Golgoroth challenge mode, but we're doing it with a little bit of a different vantage point, and I will talk about all of that. I'll walk you through the battle, I'll talk about what I'm actually doing, and try to get you that challenge mode loot. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's start things off with what Golgoroth challenge mode is. Everybody on the team needs to take Golgoroth's gaze each time there's a damage phase. So each time you knock down one of the orbs on the ceiling and go down into the pit and start taking his gaze, everybody on your team needs to hold the gaze at least once. So just get that out of the way. Everybody on the team is going to need to shoot Golgoroth in the back once with a sniper rifle to get the gaze, and it's really not that difficult. This challenge is probably the easiest challenge there is so far. I mean, War Priest challenge is easy, but War Priest can sometimes be a butt. He can sometimes shoot you off the plate and everything, and that kind of stinks, but this challenge is pretty easy. Now, what I'm doing back here is I want Golgoroth to focus towards me so our gaze taker gets a shot at his back. Now, I'm putting damage in on his butt with my pulse rifle. It wasn't working, so I threw down my grenade, and that managed to get Golgoroth to turn around. His gaze was taken, and I jumped into the pit, and I melting pointed him. So I made sure to have melting point on my Solar Titan so that we can deal out that extra damage to Golgoroth before our hunters start shooting off tethers. Now I get back into position and I wait to take his gaze. So now Golgoroth's gaze has been taken 2 times. I'm the second gaze taker, and I am just running around. I don't need to worry about killing the orbs or anything like that. Whenever his back comes open, another one of my teammates is going to shoot him in the back, and his gaze is shifted. So my time with the gaze is already over. I didn't have to do anything tricky except for run around the arena a little bit. I'm now working on clearing out some of those cursed thralls that are in the pit below. That's pretty much all I have to do right now. My job is really simple. I need to distract Golgoroth in the beginning so he turns towards me, and the gaze taker, our main primary gaze taker, can shoot Golgoroth in the back with a sniper. Whenever Golgoroth gets his gaze taken, I jump down into the pit, I melee him with melting point to get that extra damage bonus for my teammates who are in the middle. They're doing the one orb strategy. They're shooting down the front left orb, getting down there, jumping into a Titan bubble, and going to town on him with their black spindles. Again, you really want to make sure that you're shooting him with sniper rifles, black spindle preferably, over your primary weapon, because you only have a handful of seconds down in that pit. You only have a handful of seconds to deal out damage, and the black spindle is going to be your baby. The black spindle is going to put out so much more damage than anything else you really have, especially over your primary weapons. Please don't shoot your primary weapons at Golgoroth. You want to use your sniper rifle, black spindle, but if for some reason you are out of special ammo in the pit, swap over to your heavy machine gun and deal out the rest of the damage there. You really want to maximize your DPS each time you're in the pit, because you want to take Golgoroth down quick. His challenge mode is easy, but it's also just as easy to accidentally get killed by a cursed thrall just from maybe not watching or just some mistake, because again, we are all human and prone to mistakes potentially. Now I'm back over here in my spot, back behind Golgoroth. I'm throwing down the grenade, and that got his attention. He's looking over at me, shooting his little eye boogers, and it looks like his attention is focused. So I'm jumping down here, and I go to punch him, and it doesn't look like it registers, but I ended up bouncing out because it also looked like he was tethered at that time. And you really don't want to stack a melting point and a tether. It would be nice if they did stack together, but they don't. You do not get the double damage bonus or anything like that. So I don't know what ended up happening there. That was a little bit weird. It looked like he was tethered. I have a feeling someone had their tether going out to generate these orbs that we see, and Golgoroth was kind of stepping in and out of it a little bit. I'm kind of glad my melting point didn't actually proc there, but it's a shame that we didn't get to deal out that extra damage. Still, my teammates down in the pit were dealing out respectable damage. We really aren't in a bad spot. We just might need to have to go a little bit longer. We might need to have to do one extra run, which really isn't that bad. In fact, we were taking somebody through who was maybe only doing the Golgoroth hard mode challenge for the first time ever. So we're really in a pretty decent spot. We kind of expected that it wasn't going to be taking him down in 2 or 3 orbs anyway. So after my time with the gaze, I'm just back over here, shooting at the cursed thralls in the pit, watching Golgoroth shoot his eye boogers at everybody who goes to take his gaze, and not really stressing about much of anything. You can see, as long as you don't really panic, this encounter is pretty easy. There's a lot of safe spots all over the place. And I've been watching Twitch a little bit, just some of the different streamers that are doing things, some people that are maybe more PvP focused and don't really raid a lot, and sometimes they run into problems with Golgoroth. Because what ends up happening is this raid in general is so mechanic focused that sometimes if you have players who aren't used to PvE, they maybe try to do a little bit too much. And really all you want to do whenever you're doing this raid is you want to know what your job is, and you want to do your job, and that's it. You don't want to basically spread yourself too thin. Do your job, and if everybody else on your team is doing their job, you're going to beat this. You're going to be able to beat this because you're really not putting yourself in bad situations. Everybody has small but manageable jobs, and that's all they need to focus on. They don't need to do anything crazy. You don't need to be Superman in the King's Fall raid. You just need to do what you're supposed to do, and that's it. Now, unfortunately, Golgoroth didn't do what he was supposed to do. He came, focused at me, then he turned away again. I don't know why I got his eye boogers. They didn't kill me. I got in, punched him in the butt, got the melting point going on, and I'm running back into position. See, I'm really not worried about doing anything crazy. I know that I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for the call out for when his gaze is almost over. 3, 2, 1, and then I go and fire off my spindle shot in the back. We're at the Taken phase now. That means that my teammates managed to get his health down low enough to where the Taken are spawning. So at this stage of the game, we're still taking his gaze. Everybody on the team still needs to hold his gaze, but we have Taken enemies out. And we just don't want to sit around. We're going to wait as soon as that first left orb is available. We're going to take it down and go down into the pit and kill Golgoroth, because the Taken are just going to continue spawning, and we don't really need to wait for that wave of acolytes that are coming from the far ends of the arena. So I'm basically getting back here because I know as soon as the gaze is all taken by all 6 teammates, I'm going to try to get Golgoroth's attention because I want us to go down into the pit, get Golgoroth killed, and get on with our way for the evening. Get those challenge mode rewards. And Golgoroth, he's kind of looking at me already. Now that we're on our last gaze taker, everybody is getting back into position, trying to run around towards that front end of the arena. The gaze is over, so that final orb is up. I looked back just to see if there were any Taken that were coming into the arena, and there's not. We really have them locked down pretty well. The orbs are up now. So the orbs are up. I'm shooting Golgoroth in the thigh, throwing down that grenade, and that grenade kind of got his attention a little bit. There we go. We ended up grabbing his attention, so he is ready to go as soon as we get that sniper shot in the back. He's still focused at me. Still focused, and his gaze is taken. So I'm jumping down in here. I don't have anything to worry about. Just a punch in the butt, and I'm jumping back out. Now, I believe my teammates should easily be able to get him down, but I'm going back into position just in case something goes wrong. But as soon as I get back here, he's already dead. So he is dead. That's it. That's Golgoroth falling down. I had a pretty easy job, but this was definitely a different vantage point. You've seen me taking his gaze. You've seen me down in the pit. And now you've seen me behind as the distractor and melting pointer. All different jobs, all very easy, all work well together though to take down Golgoroth on his challenge mode. So not bad at all. Now I was kind of hoping to get gloves because I really want gloves on my Titan and Hunter. I need those 320 gloves on my Hunter specifically. I guess I do have them on my Titan already, but I feel like I'm actually lacking in gloves. Though this 320 chest is something that I did not have for my Titan, so that's at least going to help out a little bit. And it also looks like I got some hard raid boots. I can't ever get the artifact though with intellect and discipline. Just doesn't want to drop for me for whatever reason. But that is Golgoroth's challenge mode. Really not too difficult, right? So that's it, and let me know what you ended up picking up from Golgoroth this week. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Golgoroth, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Butt punch.